So you hate social media, but you know that you need it to market your business online. Look, you're not alone. There are loads of marketers, businesses, entrepreneurs out there that have an inherent hatred of social media, what it stands for whatever reason, but they know it's important and they need it to market their business properly online. It can still be done really well. Do you want to know how I know this? I'm going to tell you a secret. I don't like social media much either. There's a lot of things that I kind of hate about social media. There are a lot of thoughts and hang-ups that I have about its existence. Am I a hypocrite for still using social media platforms within my own business and helping other businesses out on social media? Maybe, but over the years, I've managed to figure out how to detach myself from those feelings and make social media work for me. We have to be realistic, and if you are serious about growing your business online, social media is something that you can't really ignore anymore. Hey, but look, we don't have to accept defeat to the social media overlords. We can still make social media work for us. So here are 7 tips about how to navigate and work with social media for your business, even if you don't like it. So number 1, be the change that you want to see. Now that might sound kind of super flowery and philosophical, but a lot of the reservations and hang-ups people have about social media is the content that they see on it. I see this most often these days with people talking about platforms like TikTok, having a preconceived idea of what TikTok is and what kind of content is on there, thinking that it's just half-naked women and dancing and that's it. That's a very narrow-minded viewpoint of what the platform is, and it actually offers a lot more than that if you can see it in a different light. Now, if you still believe that the majority of content on social media is just a bunch of hot trash, you can affect change from the inside by making content you believe in. Like I said, be the change that you want to see. And the truth is, social media is absolutely huge. There are niches and sub-niches and sub-sub-niches and small micro communities that actually are kind of cool. And TikTok, again, is a good example of that. If you use the platform properly and find things that you're actually interested in, it's quite a cool app. So when I say that I don't like social media, I don't like a specific side of social media, the cringe, over-the-top influences, stuff that just doesn't resonate with me. But I like my corner of the internet. And when I'm using YouTube or TikTok or whatever it might be, I'm fed things that I enjoy, and I found my communities, my things that I like to watch, and social media becomes more enjoyable that way. So be the change that you want to see. Don't let the sea of shit content put you off. If anything, see it as a positive. There's so much content going out. Like, even by the time you're watching this video right now, thousands and thousands of videos, pictures, whatever would have been uploaded on TikTok, YouTube, you name it. There is a sea of mediocrity, a sea of crap. If you put in some value and some time, you can rise above all of that in an instant. So number 2, detach personal from business. I think a lot of people have this preconceived notion or fear that if they're going to use social media for the business, they also have to use it on a personal level, connect with family, friends, co-workers, a bunch of other stuff to maintain a business presence online. I can tell you right now, if I wasn't marketing my own business or helping other people on social media, I probably wouldn't even bother having my own personal social media account. I just wouldn't. In fact, on my own personal account, the only reason I have it is to access admin for other things. I use social media as a marketer and not as a consumer in that respect, and I'm able to separate the two. You can do this too. If you've never existed in the social media landscape before, as a human data box, having a Facebook profile or whatever it might be for you as a human, you don't have to. And if you've avoided it for this long, you probably aren't missing anything, right? You can still market your business or do what you're doing. You can still lurk and not have those wires cross. Again, it's just a preconceived kind of notion people have. They think, oh, if I'm gonna go onto social media, I have to go all in and connect with everyone that I've ever known. No, you can just market your business and you can keep personal separate. So number 3, set boundaries and turn off notifications. Now, another huge fear that businesses have when they go into social media is that they're gonna get sucked into the vortex, the hellscape of social media. And look, I can tell you from experience, like speaking with other marketers, working in the digital marketing field, in social media, it's really difficult to maintain any level of like focus or concentration because these platforms by design are always trying to suck you back in. That's how they work. Now, I've dealt with this problem on a personal level. And I found that the best way of actually navigating this is setting clear boundaries with what attention I give social media platforms. There's the attention social media platforms want from me, and there's the attention that I give them, and I decide. We are in control. So on my phone, I turn off all notifications for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, email, whatever it is. The only time my phone goes from black screen to being lit up is if someone calls me. I get to decide when I look. When I want to look, I will look. And you might think, how on earth do you run things that way? Surely you'll need to know when things are happening. It's a dangerous and dark road if you let social media control your attention. And that is how people get jaded by the experience. Remember, we're in control. We get to decide what we see when we see it. I've even gone a step further, and I don't take my phone to bed with me anymore. I bought an old-fashioned kind of digital alarm clock to wake me up in the morning instead of setting the alarm on my phone, because when I wake up, I would like to see the world instead of a clusterfuck of notifications on my phone when I roll over. It's not the right way to start. And again, it's another way that social media can suck you in straight away. You can detach yourself that way. As well, on desktop, I use a Chrome plugin called Newsfeed Eradicator. So I spend a lot of time on Facebook, on YouTube, kind of dealing with messages because people message my Facebook page. And what it does, it replaces the newsfeed with an inspirational quote. When I'm working on social media throughout the day, I don't get the urge to mindlessly scroll through what on earth is happening. I can focus on the task at hand, and I can be a marketer on social media and not be a consumer. So yeah, highly recommend that Chrome plugin. I'll link it below so you can check it out as well. So number 4, focus on fewer social media platforms. This is solid advice for anyone that's actually trying to market their business on social media, full stop. One of the biggest mistakes businesses make when they actually try and market their stuff on social media is spreading themselves too thin across too many platforms. It's better to have a handle and control on 2 or 3 platforms and doing stuff properly on them than spreading yourself really thin across 6 or 7 platforms. The same goes for your growing audience. It's better to have one focused audience, even on just one platform, than having loads of people spread out across 6 or 7. Using fewer platforms will give you more breathing room, allow you to spend less time on social media, and you can find the platform that you're actually comfortable with, the one that you feel an affinity to, the place where your ideal audience actually live, and you might find that you enjoy the whole process just that bit more. So basically, don't feel like you have to go all in on all of the platforms because that's what everyone else is doing. That's a fast track to failure and becoming overwhelmed with the whole thing. Number 5, create and schedule your content in batches. So having a solid plan for social media can actually help you in the running of your business outside social media. You'll spend less time making content, worrying about content, and managing the day-to-day of socials. And yes, the way to do this is to create and schedule ahead of time and do it in batches. Like this, right now. This is not the only video I'm shooting today. So I schedule what I'm gonna do, and I do things in batches so I can minimize the time that I actually spend on the platforms and in content creation, and I can spend more time on running a business. Yes, you need to stay hot on monitoring the engagement or comments that you get on socials to make sure you're getting the most out of it. You can save yourself so many headaches by planning ahead of time, knowing what you're gonna make and when it's gonna go out. Number 6, do the things that you enjoy. Now, I would say that I learned this the hard way a long time ago. I spent a lot of time on various projects outside of this as well, putting out content that I thought I was supposed to put out because that's what everyone else was doing. And I kind of realized that it made me miserable because I hated the whole process and everything that was going on. So screw it. Do what you enjoy. So I love doing video stuff. I love doing kind of like live streams. I love kind of being myself, speaking with people, helping people. So I do that. So figure out what you enjoy and make your socials plan and content creation around that. Do you hate doing social media graphics and testimonial posts? Well, don't do it then. It's absolutely fine. Remember, play your game. We're making social media work for us. And if you are passionate and enthused and enjoying yourself as you're putting content together and putting it out, it shows. People notice that when they're watching content or consuming it on social media. If you're doing it begrudgingly and hating every second of putting the content together and putting it out, that also shows. So it's really important to do the things that you enjoy, be authentic, and put yourself out there. Number 7, delegate. So there are parts of being on socials, managing socials, content creation, digital marketing in general that I either hate or I'm not very good at. So instead of bashing my head against the wall, trying to fit those things into my daily tasks, I try and be smart and delegate out where I can. Now, I know this isn't always feasible and sometimes we have to bite the bullet and just do the thing that we don't enjoy in business anyway, but if there is something that is causing you a huge headache and it's affecting the other side of your business, delegate it out to somebody else. Again, it means you can spend less time on social media platforms, making content and putting it out, and spend more time running your business. So those are my 7 tips for if you hate social media but need it for your business. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. It all helps with the algorithm. And again, if you're listening to this on podcast, Spotify, whatever it is, leave a review, save it, do the thing, whatever, interact in some way. And if you need help, there'll be links and stuff below. You can always chat to me. But good luck. We'll get through this together. I love you. Peace.